Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to show you how I made this cute little Mabel from the new Hoppers film. So as usual, my topper is made from modelling paste and I coloured it with caramel, Colour Mill food colouring and chocolate food colouring. And I shaded her with Fractal Colours Squirrel Edible Dust. And I'll leave a link to all these in the description so you can take a closer look later. Okay, so before I started making the actual topper, I did get some black modelling paste and I just formed some little tubes here that are tapered at one end, like you can see there. I made a few of them and these are for her whiskers, and I made them now so it had a chance for the modelling paste to dry harder, and then that makes it easier to insert into her cheeks. So it's just a tapered end that you're going to be using, but you make a few because they can break or not be the size that you want. And then I just popped them onto a foam pad to dry while I started making the topper. Okay, so I took about 100 grams of the caramel coloured modelling paste, kneaded it until pliable, and then formed it into like a cone shape, which you can see here. I'm using the smaller end of my bone tool to create where the legs will go, so it's like a little V mark there. And then once I've got the guide with the ball tool, I'm just using my finger just to soften it slightly. And then I'm just going to narrow it at the top of where their legs will be. So where the V stops, I'm just narrowing it. And then just using my fingers just to define it all a bit more. So again, just rolling it between my hands to make it a bit narrower and softer at the bottom there. And now I'm just using my fingers just to mark where the head will go. So it's just a little bit above halfway up the body. That's giving me the side area. And then I'm going to join that up with my ball tool. So that's like her chin there. And each time I'm just softening with my finger. And now I'm just flattening the top half of the head where her eyes will go. There we go. So now I'm just using my bone tool again just to mark where the bottom of part of the arm will be on either side. I did this because I didn't want to stick the arms on. So I'm always softening with my finger and then creating the indent of the bottom of the arm. Now marking in where the arm will finish. And then I'm going to mark where the top of the arm will be, just like that. And then I'll just do the same with the other arm. So it's a slow process, just do it slowly with the bone tool and then soften it with your fingers, and then just make sure that you've got the same size and shape arms and that you've got them where you want them to be. And then once I've got this guide, I just used a clean dry brush just to go in and to define the arms a little bit more. Okay, so now I've done the arms, I'm just going to define the neck a little bit more with the bone tool just to create it so it's a little bit more of a dip where the chin will be. Hope you can see that there. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just using my ball tool, the larger end, just to create little indents where the eyes will be. So this is for the eye area. And then soften again with my thumb. And then once I'm happy with that, I'm just going to use the other end of the ball tool just to mark the eye holes. So you're kind of in the middle of the area that we've just created. That just gives the face some shape. So now I'm just going to flatten the chin area just so the muzzle part can be a little bit more pronounced and sticking out. That gives us a starting point for that. And then once I've got that, I'm just going to define it again with the ball tool. So it kind of goes up at either end, a little bit like a smile. I'm going to mark a line up the center of that area we've just created. And then I can soften and clean that up with the dry brush. So we're creating the muzzle here, and then I'm just gently creating the shape I want with the other end of my Dresden tool, and then keep smoothing it with my brush. So once I've done one side, I will obviously do the other. So it kind of turns up at the end like a smile. So I just do this gently, and that way you're less likely to make a mistake. Just gently and slowly. Okay, so I hope you can see the muzzle forming there. So now I'm just going to put 2 small balls of white modelling paste in the eye sockets. Don't press it down too much because you want them just to stick out a tiny little bit, and you'll see why later. There we go. So I'm just using my Dresden tool just to make a little indent underneath the muzzle there where the teeth will go. And this will also bring the muzzle out a little bit as well. And now I'm just using my ball tool just to create a little bit of an indent where the nose will go. And then once I'm happy with that, I'll just use a little bit of clear alcohol, or you could use edible glue. And I'm just going to pop a little oval shaped ball of the brown modelling paste in for the nose. Okay, so now I'm doing the teeth, and I've got a small piece of white modelling paste. I've just made it into a flat kind of triangular shape, and I'm using my Dresden tool just to mark a line up the middle. Hope you can see that there. I'm just going to clean that up with my dry brush. And then I'm going to shape it a little bit with my modelling tool because one of the teeth is shorter than the other. A little bit of edible glue, and I'm just going to stick that into position. It might be a bit fiddly. Just use your modelling tool to hold it there while it attaches. And then once it's in position again, you can just use your modelling tool just to shape it and make it more defined. And then just make sure that once you're done that the teeth are kind of pointing downwards and not sticking out. Okay. So now I've just got 2 tiny balls of black modelling paste. I'm just going to flatten with my bone tool, and then we're going to make some little indents there with the ball tool and stick these into the eye areas. Sometimes they'll pick up on a damp brush if you're lucky. Other times they're a bit fiddly. There we go, there's one. Okay, that's the other one in, and then just securing with a ball tool. Okay, so now I'm just going to mark in some fur. So I'm just using my Dresden tool just to gently go around the whole of my topper. So I'm just going downward strokes. You can't really see it in this video, unfortunately, but once you add the dust, it will show up. So I'm just gently going around my whole of my topper to create some fur. So downward strokes. I'm going the other direction for the arms. And now the head. And then obviously don't forget to do the back as well. So I'm just going to define the legs a little bit more while I'm here. There we go. Next we're going to make the ears, and I've got 2 small balls of the brown modelling paste, and I'm just going to flatten them slightly. Make sure they're the same size. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my ball tool to create an indent where the ears go. So kind of in line with the eyes. A little bit of clear alcohol, edible glue, and just pop that into position there. And then we just do the same with the other ear. Just make sure they're in line like I've done there. Don't want one ear further back than the other. And then obviously the same position up and down. And then once they're in position, you can shape them how you want them. So Mabel has like a brown line around her eyes, like eyelashes. So I've just got 2 tubes of the brown modelling paste that are tapered at either end. Just make sure they're the same length. And then just using some clear alcohol just to go around the eye there. And then you can gently press and mould this tube of brown modelling paste around the eye. So this is why you wanted the eye to protrude out a little bit more, because it helps guide this around the eye. It can be a bit fiddly, but it is worth it, and I use clear alcohol here because it doesn't leave a mark. Okay, so for her eyebrows, I just coloured some of the white modelling paste with the Squirrel brown powder that we'll be using later. And I just formed them into tiny little tubes that are tapered at one end. And then again, I use a little bit of clear alcohol to help stick these into position. And then I use my Dresden tool just to further shape and to create some definition. Okay, so this is hopefully where your model comes to life. So we're going to dust it. So all I can say is take the excess dust off your brush first before you put it onto your model, because you can't take it off very easily. And then very gently just dust your model. So I'm starting at the bottom where it's darker, and she's got like a pale like V shape, so I'm at the under her chin, so I'm missing that area. Darker at the arms, and you can see I'm just missing her chest area there because that's where it's like the paler colour. And now I'm going to do the top of her head, and again miss the bottom part of her face because that is the caramel colour. And then obviously don't forget the back. So I've sped this up because it does take a long time, but hopefully if you do this you'll see your model come to life. Okay, so next I'm going to add the hands, and I'm just adding a little bit of glue to the end there. Do be careful now because you can take your dust off. And I'm just going to pop a small ball of brown modelling paste where the hands will go. You can just adjust what size you want. I needed to make mine a little bit smaller. And then once that's in position, I'm just going to use my Dresden tool to mark in the fingers. So just 3 little lines there, or little divots. And that will give you her fingers. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now I'm just going to make her feet. I've got 2 pea-sized balls of the brown modelling paste that I'm going to flatten and then make one end like tapered. That'll go underneath the model. So make sure they're the same size. So you've got a thinner end there, and then the thicker end I'm just going to mark in 2 little divots with my Dresden tool again for her toes. And then once I'm happy with that, a little bit of glue, and I'm just going to stick them underneath where we've made the legs. And there we go. So just leave it a little bit to stick. Before making the tail, from about 8 grams of brown modelling paste, knead until pliable, then form into a cone shape, which you can see here. And then I'm just going to use my cake smoother just to flatten it off to make it look like this shape of a beaver's tail. Just making it a little bit longer. Check for size. I think it needs to be a little bit flatter, so that's what I've done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my Dresden tool just to mark in some definition that she has in her tail. So I'm just doing wiggly lines across and then some wiggly lines up and down as well. So don't forget to do the sides and then also the back of the tail. So you can see here that the bottom of the tail I've just flattened, and then I've just added a little bit of glue. And I'm just going to pop that underneath the body, press down to secure, and then I'm just going to pop another little bit of glue just on the tail there, and then stick that to the body so it props up and you can just see it sticking out of the side there. Okay, so now it's time to add the whiskers. So the whiskers we made earlier, I'm just going to cut off the pointed end there. Use my needle tool to make a little hole, add a little bit of clear alcohol into that tiny hole area, and then I'm just going to pop that whisker into position. Just like so. There you go. And then I'm just going to do the same with all the whiskers. You can do different lengths and you can make them go in different directions. It really is quite effective. So I'm just doing a longer one there on the other side. And I'm going to pop that in. There we go. So she's got 2 one side and 3 the other. And that is the last whisker there. So lastly, I'm just going to add some little tufts of the caramel modelling paste, just formed them into like little teardrop shapes. I'm just going to gently stick them on top of the head there. As I said, be careful because you don't want to take the dust off. You can see that I'm just dabbing the excess of the clear alcohol onto a kitchen towel, so it's not too much, applying it to the modelling paste and then just sticking it into position. And then once they're there, you can just shape with a dry brush. And that is your Mabel made. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Please do check out my other ones. Please comment, like and subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.